Our goal for this section is three things: how to change the name of a page, how to add a page, and then how to actually rearrange pages. So the first thing we're going to do is actually change the name of the page. The first page we're going to change is this competencies and classes, which is on your screen. But according to this sheet, it should say academic competencies. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click on that blue icon next to competencies and classes, and you'll see a yellow banner. There are four icons. There's the build icon, which leads you to build the site or build the page. Properties is where we change the name of the page. And then there's the plus and minus button, which is to add and delete a page. Go ahead and click on the properties icon. What you see before you is currently information is already in this window. You want to change that title to academic competencies. So the URL shortcut's anything after the slash. So if you have your web address after the slash, that's what the URL shortcut. If you're familiar with copying and pasting some web addresses, you might get the slash in some jargon such as numbers and letters and stuff like that. This prevents that. So it'll just be a generic name that you choose instead of having that long list of numbers and letters. So in this case, you can change it to leave it as competencies, or you could change it to academic. But if you're going to use two words, you have to smush them together. There's no space in between. Also be aware when you do a URL shortcut, if you use a capitalized letter and you give someone that web address, they're going to have to capitalize that letter too. So just be aware of that. Another item here I want to point out is the status. You have the ability to hide and disable pages within your site. So if one of your pages is not ready and you don't want your instructor to know it even existed, you want to choose disabled. If you want your instructor to actually see it's there but can't see the content because you have nothing there or you're not satisfied with it, you can hide it. So when the difference between hidden and disabled is hidden is when your instructor goes to your site, she'll see the link, but she won't be able to see the content on there. Disabled, she'll actually go to your site and it'll seem like it never existed. So that's the difference between hidden and disabled. But by default, everything is enabled, so she's able to see everything else. Once you're done, go ahead and click on OK. And once you click OK, you'll notice on the right-hand side it should have changed. It should be academic competencies instead of competencies and classes. So to add a page, we want to add publications and contact info. So to add a page in this navigation, you'd click on the blue icon next to home. And you're going to choose add. And here you get a blank window, and then here you could enter publications, and then your shortcut could be pub or publications, whatever you choose, and then click on OK. So now you should have all the pages that are within the structure. As you can see, some of these pages are indented on this sheet. That means they're subpages. It's just dragging those pages within the section. So to drag a page within each section, we'll drag the clinical projects page by having your mouse over the blue icon, holding the mouse button, and dragging it into academic competencies. When you see a plus sign, that means you're adding it into that section. If you see a dotted line, that means you're just rearranging the order of pages.